Welcome back to STS. In this video we're going to solve a system of linear equations. Again, we're going to use the elimination method, but in this video the elimination is much easier because of the coefficients that we have in place. So here we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 13 for the first equation, and 2x minus 2y is equal to 7 for the second equation. Notice that in this example here, it's much easier to eliminate the y than it is to eliminate the x. Here we notice, if you notice, we have coefficients of positive 2 and negative 2. So we begin by just adding these two equations together. Alright, in doing so, the positive 2 and negative 2 cancel out, and we're left with 3 plus 2x to give me 5x, equal sign, and then 13 plus 7 to give us 20. We need to get the x by itself, so we divide by 5, and here we see that x comes out to be 4. And now to get the y value, let's just substitute this 4 back into either equation. I'm going to go ahead and choose the second equation. So we have 2 times x, well, we said x is 4, minus 2y is equal to 7. Now we have an equation we can solve because there's just one variable, and we continue by evaluating. 2 times 4 to give me 8, minus 2y is equal to 7, and then we end up subtracting 8 from both sides. Alright, when we subtract 8, those 8's cancel out. We're left with negative 2y is equal to negative 1. We divide both sides by negative 2. And here we see y comes out to be a positive 1/2, or if we're using decimals, 5/10. So the intersection point is at 4 1/2. And now we need to check our work. And to check it, let's go ahead and actually use the calculator by solving each one of these equations for y. Let's take the first equation. 3x plus 2y is equal to 13. Let's subtract a 3x from both sides. Alright, the 3x's here cancel. We're left with 2y is equal to negative 3x. I like the x term first, plus 13. I do the x term first because it's closer to the slope-intercept form. And now we need to isolate the y, or make the coefficient of the y a 1. So we divide each term by 2. And here we found that y is equal to negative 3/2 x plus 13/2 for the first equation. And then let's rewrite the second. 2x minus 2y is equal to 7. Here let's subtract 2x from both sides. Alright, in doing so, these x terms cancel. I have a negative 2y is equal to negative 2x plus 7. And here I'm going to divide each term by negative 2. And in doing so, I'm left with y is equal to a positive x minus 7/2. Now let's go ahead and call up the calculator. Alright, with the calculator, I'm going to press the y equals button. And notice that I've already placed both of the equations in on the calculator already. Speed the video up a little bit. And then let's click on the graph button so we can graph this system of equations. Alright, and then also let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's pretty much go as high as, let's say, 3, and then for the y-axis, and for the x, let's make the x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make the x 5. So let's go ahead and press the window key. For the x, let's change that to a value of 5. And for the y, let's change that to a value of 3. And then let's graph again. Alright, once it draws in our two functions here, and now let's use the trace method, or the calc method, by pressing the trace button. So second and then trace, we want to go to 5, which is intersect. Alright, it's already on the first equation there in blue, then it's on the second equation here in red. And notice that it tells us, it wants us to guess. We're not going to enter, it's just going to press enter. And we see here that the intersection is at 4 1/2, just like we stated when we try to solve this by hand. Alright, that sums up this video by Speller Tutorial Services. Please friend us on Facebook and also subscribe to that YouTube channel. And as always, Thank you for watching.